Nice. So yeah, so speaking of Jason and my terrible jokes, you two are co-founders of the ML Collective, the Machine Learning Collective. You're
Mhm.
also an executive director of the ML Collective. And we talked about it a bit with Jason, but I'd love to dig into it a bit more with you. So, ML Collective is a decentralized nonprofit organization that provides accessible research training and mentorship, and it provides it to anyone, anywhere in the world.
Mhm.
So, super interesting organization. I understand that there was a fair bit of interest in the ML Collective after Jason's episode. So, yeah, so tell us about the ML Collective, how it came about, and the kinds of things that you guys offer, the kinds of services that you offer, what you do.
Yeah. I think as we're speaking, we just passed a 4-year mark of the nonprofit. It's been 4 years since we started it. It's kind of easy to count because we started in pandemic, so 2020, whatever year it is, minus 2020. So there's lots of reasons and like stories that comes in how this gets started. But I feel like to start a nonprofit usually start from a frustration because to start a for-profit the reason is usually simple. I want to make profit. I think I have a technology, I have an idea that really can play in the market. But for nonprofit, usually because this big problem in society I'm just really frustrated about and I want to have impact. So this one sort of is like that. I was in research for a while. I had my formal research training, PhD, and everything, and I've seen lots of students, lots of researchers coming into the field, and a lot of frustration around. I mean, the research training is kind of rigid. You usually go into PhD programs, some postdocs, and just like learn to publish papers, accumulate a bunch of them, hopefully build a reputation in the society and the community that you care about, and get a professor job. Or these days, you can get a researcher job in a tech company, stuff like that. But the path is one, too rigid, two, really not transparent. Most people don't know how to make it. They get to grad school because they thought that's what you do. You get a degree. That's how you become a researcher. Even they don't know what you're actually being trained there. And not to mention, so many things in grad school are just done wrong. Um, the academic system is kind of old fashioned and it's very top down. And it really depends on your luck, whether you are working with a good advisor or not. And many people get screwed up in that process. So this is really to address that frustration of most people are unhappy or don't know what to do or getting lost in this training process. And they need a separate lab, either a separate or their main lab, to support their research growth. So, what does research growth mean? To become a researcher, you have to learn how to write papers, how to do experiments, how to write papers, how to give talks, how to sell your research in a way. And all these you learn by practicing. And usually people have a lab, so they present every once in a while, they show their results, show their plot, they get their feedback, they learn how to improve their skills and knowledge and expertise. But a lot of people don't have a lab, so this is for them to um, where they can show their work, they get support, they get their papers going and stuff like that.
It sounds like such a great group. Yeah, so amazing opportunity for folks who aren't, you could be anywhere in the world. You want to be doing research, or maybe you are doing research, but you don't feel like you're supported. You're kind of off on an island. You can
Mhm.
get mentorship and access through the ML Collective that can allow you um, to get feedback on your research, help making papers. Maybe you could be speaking at your deep
Mhm.
learning classics and trends reading group after you publish something. And yeah, and Jason mentioned that you also even you provide small amounts of compute as well in some
Yeah,
cases.
we'll try to make it large, but every year it depends on every year we write grant applications, try to get computes from the big compute suppliers, and then we distribute to our members. So it depends on the economy every year. I think the past 3 years we've got like 50K to 100K compute dollars, which is different from real dollars, but good amount, and then we distribute to like 25 to 50 members who are setting up their projects.
But you also allow collective members to pursue their own research direction, it seems. So, how do you balance supporting individual research interests while also maintaining a cohesive agenda and environment for the collective as a whole?
Yeah, we don't really have a research agenda because we are trying to be a broad. It's like a university. If you're a university, do you have an agenda? We're just like, I want to support great researchers doing their own thing. Well, it has to be machine learning because it's in the title. But if I know anything more than machine learning, I would love to broaden it to cover that as well. But for now, I only know machine learning. But within machine learning, you can really do whatever you want. Of course, we want it to be good for the society and everything, so we do look at them. But a lot of members pursue topics that I have no background in. They just look interesting to me. So that I just let them do themselves. If they need support, I try to connect them with people I know that I think is an expert in that field, or they can find their own collaborators. Some members come to me because they work on things that they think I will be interested in, or I've shown my knowledge back in my own publications. So those I can control, quote unquote, a bit by like helping them pursue. But other than that, is the broad area I don't really control.